everyone, and welcome to GoLocal Live. I'm GoLocal News Editor Kate Nagel. Thanks for tuning in for the 4 o'clock show. I'd like to welcome a very special guest. The Greater Providence YMCA did just announce their 2019 Y Heroes, and Ed Medeiros, founder and CEO of East Commerce Solutions, is one of the honorees. Ed, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, my pleasure, Kate. Thank you.
Thanks
for having me.
I appreciate it because there's a big event coming up next week in which the YMCA is going to be honoring a number of youth and folks in the community who've been instrumental. And just wanted to start off with your reaction when you heard you were being honored by the Y as someone who's been a coach, so involved in the community. Let's go back to what your reaction was when you heard you were being honored.
Well, I was humbled. You know, you do things in your life not to be honored. It's more, I get the reward when I see what difference I make and what the difference in the involvement I get with the community. And being honored is truly a humble experience. It's, you know, I can't put it into words. I don't need the accolades because I do get rewarded when I'm, you know, helping others, because that's the reward in itself. And
you are so involved with the community and helping others. Between the turkey runs, between scholarships, and also the charity classic. You know, where did you get this vein of philanthropy and really giving back to the community?
Well, you know, you grow up the youngest of 12. You grow up with a lot of nothing in your life and struggling for most of what you get. And one of the things I always wanted to do is, you know, help others. And coming from humble beginnings and being successful by hard work and God's blessing, of course, and making those things happen in my life, I wanted to make a difference in other people's lives, and I thought that was important.
And so you've worn that coaching hat for a number of years as well. Let's talk about the role of the Y within the communities, being there for, as we talked about, everybody, young, old, all abilities, really all inclusive. You know, how important are the Ys to the well-being of communities here in the state?
Oh, it's very important. I mean, if you look at our society as a whole, America as a whole, 1 out of 3 people are borderline obese. And well-being of physical activity and just a community coming together, an all-exclusive organization like the Y, it's amazing. And there are a lot of people who can't afford to go to the Y, and that's why having these fundraisers and donating to the Y helps others get that opportunity to have that kind of quality time in a gym or exercise or classes, and also they provide equipment for those who have disabilities that might not be able to get that at a, you know, at a normal gym. They're not going to have that kind of equipment, but at the Y they strive to be able to serve everyone, which is really important.
And you raise a good point. I mean, you, as you said, through your success, have been so generous within the community, being able to give so much. But even the average individual can in turn give. If they can afford a membership, they can perhaps afford to be able to give a little bit to that Y to, again, be able to make all people have access to a great facility.
Oh, absolutely. It comes down to this. We all have time, talent, and treasure, and whichever one you have to offer, you're able to give back to society and the community and the Y. I'm sure there are a lot of you out there that have full-time jobs, and maybe the Y might have a class you can go and teach, or you can get involved, or help raise money. So time, talent, and treasure. We all have one of those, and we can certainly share that.
So how many folks are you going to be bringing out to the luncheon next week, again, which I hear is almost sold out? There are some seats available. Again, on April 23rd, we'll provide a link to that as well. And of course, if you can't make it, be sure to consider giving to the Y. But are you going to have an entourage?
Yeah, I had to pay a bunch of people because, you know, I don't really have a lot of friends. So I said, listen, I'll buy you dinner if you show up that night, and you get a free lunch, too. And, you know, everybody says there's no such thing as a free lunch, but in this case, there is.
There is such thing as a free lunch, again, honoring those Y heroes in the community, and Ed Medeiros, CEO of East Commerce Solutions, again, being involved, scholarships, charity classic, turkey run, coaching, and more. I want to thank you for your role within the community.
My pleasure.
If you're watching here, when we run this story, we'll be sure to mention all of the other honorees, again, for the 2019 Y Heroes. But again, Ed Medeiros, thank you for everything.
Thank you so much. Don't forget to give.
To the
it
Y.
really helps. Time, talent, and treasure. I'm sure you have something to give.
Again, thank you so much. And
My
thank you
pleasure.
for watching, and you should be sure to read it on GoLocalProv.com. Be sure to check us out on Facebook.